for Mad Dog, everybody. Give it up for Mad Dog. Here we are at Creek Clean Kitchen. Last Saturday night I was at a Turkish, Lebanese, Syrian, Orthodox Christian church. I didn't know whether I should do comedy or like negotiate a peace deal between all of them. Oh, it was kind of crazy. And then they told me they like the Greek Orthodox. The way they do church, they do confession. They do like it in a group. They do a group confession and they get absolution in the church. And I thought, well, that is much better. I decided to go to their confession. That's much better than the way the Roman Catholics do it. Because how we do it is we're alone in a dark room with a priest. I don't think that's a good... Everyone booed on that one. The Turks like that joke. So anyway, so my name is Pat Caesar, guys, and I don't want to lie to you guys. I am an actor, but I'm not a famous one. You guys want to know why?
Why?
Because Harvey Weinstein did not want to have sex with me. Yeah, I asked. But I think if he had said yes, I would have eaten Jennifer Lawrence in the Hunger Games. Anyway, so I've also been on the television show Orange is the New Black. Because lesbian prisoners still think I'm hot. How you doing, ladies? What's your name, honey? Tina. Hey, baby. Let's go to church together tomorrow. So I heard you guys, I heard a new statistic. I heard that March is Women's Month. Have you guys heard that?
No.
March is now Women's History Month.
Woohoo!
A cold, dry month. If the men folk were thinking, wouldn't they have given us a warm, moist one? I just want you to think about that for a second. That's all I'm saying. But guys, you know what? I have nothing to complain about. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I am lucky in love. I am lucky in love. My husband, after all these years, he's actually still good with all of this. He actually thinks all of this is still sexy in a thong. Matter of fact, he still likes to play pirate in bed, only now he insists on wearing 2 eye patches. I think she slept with my husband, she's laughing so much. I just hope he doesn't get hurt, you know? And we have an adorable Irish setter, Sarah. I mean, she just loves my husband. But she gets afraid of him when he wears those eye patches. Ever since that weekend when he grabbed the wrong bitch. Oh. You're supposed to laugh at that. Sarah's crying, yeah, she is crying. But it's hard, guys, when you get older to stay in shape. Have you guys seen that commercial for the CoolSculpting? Who's seen that commercial? Yeah. For just $7,000. They will freeze off a portion of your fat. Next February, I'm going to roll around in the snow naked for free. Are they kidding me? Are they kidding? Then I saw another commercial for Sonabella liposuction. Have you seen that commercial? Yes. They claim that the reason that you need liposuction is as you get older, your fat cells become dormant. Therefore, they're resistant to diet and exercise. And I'm like, my fat cells aren't dormant. They're hibernating. They're like, I'm not coming out of here and getting sucked out and dying in the garbage. I am happy as a clam inside of Pat's belly, where they're warm, they're fed well, and she wears loose underwear. Are you kidding me? So guys, but I try to stay in shape. I do try to stay in shape. I'm a vegan now, everybody. Thank you. So you see all this? It is now pure vegetable fat. I want you guys to know this is the good fat. I want you to know that no trans fats, no translucents, no transgenders were hurt to create all this. Like, see this young lady right here? She's a string bean. I'm Italian, so I'm like a nice eggplant. My friend of mine at Weight Watchers, she told me I should try eating all my meals naked in front of a mirror. So I tried that for about a week until they kicked me out of the Olive Garden. She got kicked out too. Are you guys still awake? I feel like everybody's sleepy. Did y'all have too much to drink? We should have done this show from 8 until 9:30 before the food came. My bad. Yeah, well, you live and learn. What are you gonna? We didn't die, right? Could be worse. It could be worse. We're good. We're good. What else is happening? Oh, anybody from Guatemala? Yeah. My neighbor Marina, she's from Guatemala, and she told me that I could be old and that I could be fat, but I could still be sexy. She said I had to come to her house and watch Spanish TV. So I go over to her house, and she puts on one of those Spanish soaps, right? And so there it was, a 350-pound great-grandmother. I'm telling you guys, this woman, she had high heels on. She had a push-up bra. She had a rose in her teeth. She had diamond-encrusted hearing aids. I mean, she was sexy. I said to Marina, do you realize if I did that, so they would take the rose out, they would put an apple in, and they would put me on the rotisserie. That's what they would do to me. And then when you get older, guys, when you get older, it's you start to have little surgeries. Anybody have little test surgeries when you get over a certain age? I had a little test surgery. I want you to know everything's okay. Everything's cool. But the wind-up was they had to leave a little piece of titanium in my right breast. But the good news is, now I can send a tweet with just a flick of a nipple. And then the other day, I got a little pain in my back, right? Came in my back, then in my butt, out of my butt, in my butt, back down my leg, in my leg, out my leg, in my butt, like a little knife, you know what I mean? And I said, oh my God, did they invent a voodoo app? Does my husband's ex-wife have it? No, I go to the doctor, I get an MRI. You know what the doctor says to me? You know what I have now? I have narrowing of the spine and bulging discs. You know what I used to have? I used to have what this young lady right here has. I used to have narrowing of the waist and bulging breasts. Well, I don't have that anymore. It sucks getting old. I'm married. I told you guys I was married. I'm married, but my husband and I don't have any kids. And when you're older and you're married, you don't have any kids, people look at you like you're a pedophile, you know? Does that happen to anybody? Anybody married without kids? It's kind of weird. And you don't want to, you start to explain yourself. You start explaining yourself, we got married later, you know, I only had 2 eggs left. They were broken, they were scrambled. You know, you go into this whole big thing, and it's like, you know, so I've decided from now on when I'm at parties and people ask if I'm married and have kids, I've decided I'm going to make up kids. Yeah. Totally. You know, I just said, they'll say, well, where are they? I said, they're in the Peace Corps. And they'll say, well, do you have pictures? And I'm like, well, no, because they're in one of those islands where they're only Amish, and they're not allowed to take photographs. It's either that, or you know, a couple of times I got drunk and people said, do you have kids? And I'm like, no, we don't have kids because we're really bad parents. And they all ran away when they were 10. And then they just look at me and I go, no, they're in the Peace Corps, I'm only kidding. But I think that's a good way to handle that. So anyway, a lot of Greek people are here tonight, right?
Yeah.
There's some Greek, right?
Yeah.
Anybody Sicilian, Italian here?
Yeah.
Over here? All right, Paisan. Any Jamaicans?
Yeah.
Jamaican? A lot of white Jamaicans here tonight. Opa. And Irish? My Irish people?
Yeah.
Irish? All right, the Irish here. We are a nation of nation guys, aren't we? We're a nation of nations. And you guys can see that I'm very fair, right?
Yeah.
And I happen to be Sicilian. So I said, you know, let me send my DNA into Ancestry.com, see what's going on, right? Well, it turns out, guys, I am 25% Middle Eastern. I know, 25% Middle Eastern. Which does explain why my neighbor, Abdul, wants to get all up in this. Turns out I'm also 2% African.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is, yeah. Which is 1 more percent, miss. I could have been Holly Berry. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually am a real minority. Do you know that only 2% of the world are born natural redheads? That is a fact. Any natural redheads in here besides me? I represent 2% of the world.
Wow.
Last night there was one person in Stand Up New York, so I said we represent 4%. It is a fact. Only 2% of the world are born natural redheads. Now, sir, you don't look like you believe me. I used to be a natural redhead. I can prove it to you after the show. If you can handle my fire.
Don't talk to him, he's engaged.
Oh, well. I'm married. It's okay. We'll go to confession tomorrow. It's a group thing. We don't have to say it out loud. I'm going to become Greek Orthodox. I like the group thing. I do. I like the group thing. So, guys, I was driving over here tonight. Didn't I get pulled over by the police? And I was not speeding. So I do everything you're supposed to do. You know, I pull over. And it's, well, I was gonna say, my age, it's much harder to, get out of a ticket. I have to work really hard at it. It's not like it used to be. So I do everything, but I pull over, roll down the window, put my hands on the wheel, unbutton my blouse, flash my eyes a little. Big, tall, blonde police officer comes to the window and he says to me, "Ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over?" And I'm like, "'Cause I'm 2% African?" And he just looks at me and he says, "No, ma'am." He says, "'Cause your tail light's out and so's your cleavage. So now I'm going to have to write you up for indecent exposure. Next time, try a push-up, raw lady." So much for that, so much for that. So anybody been on vacation lately, been to Greece? Anybody interesting? Nobody's been anywhere. We just got back from LA. Anybody use the men's room or ladies' room tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Was it good? Was it comfortable? Was it okay? We were in LA, and I'm in some trendy restaurant, and I go in the restaurant, I ask where the ladies' room is. And the guy was like a little snooty, and he goes to me, "We don't have a ladies' room. We had the first all-gender restrooms." And I'm like, obviously this guy has never ridden a New York City subway car. Or been to a Starbucks. The original all-gender bathrooms, don't you think? And then on the way back from LA, my husband and I, we stopped in Utah. Anybody been to Utah? No. Yep? Where'd you go? Did you go skiing?
Went to skiing in Alta.
Alta, good for you. Me too.
Snowbird, yep.
Snowbird? I'm afraid of Snowbird. Because it looks really steep from the road. And I'm afraid my old fat bone, I don't have enough padding I'm afraid I'll fall.
Salt flats too.
Oh, good for you. I'm afraid I'll break something at Alta. It's a Snowbird. Well, anyway, we went there this fall. We went hiking. And we were hiking, we were sort of out in the middle of nowhere, and we stopped at this little barbecue place in the middle of nowhere. And we noticed something interesting about the white people in Utah. They're not like your regular Jersey white people. They're like a pasty white. And we didn't know if it was like a Mormon thing, if it was like inbreeding. I mean, we just didn't know, No judgment. But then all of a sudden we noticed that they were looking at us. And then we were looking at them. And then they were looking at us. And finally I said to my husband, "Honey, I think we're the only black people in here." So then this summer we went to Cape Cod. Anybody been to Cape Cod, Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Some people have been to the Cape. So we went to see some gay comedian friends in a show. We were out in P-Town. You been to P-Town?
Yeah.
Yes, it used to be very flamboyant in the 70s. Now it's, a little more, but it's a very gay area. And I noticed my husband, he started to disappear to the men's room a lot. And as you guys know, I'm Sicilian, right? So if my husband cheated on me with another woman, like her, You know I'd have to kill him. I'd have to kill her. And I'd have to kill myself. Like a Greek tragedy, because the Sicilians learned everything from the Greeks, right? But let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. If my husband accidentally got a blowjob from some young man in the men's room, now would that really be cheating?
No.
Thank you. Oh, would that just give me the night off? Exactly. So guys, I'll leave you with this story. My husband says that I'm a talkaholic. Now I'm going to ask the men in the room. Is my over-talking going to kill my husband?
No.
Good answer. Those guys want to get laid tonight. They must be the married men. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something about my husband. He's a speedaholic. Sometimes my husband drives so fast, I'm not sure if he's trying to drive away from my talking or commit a murder-suicide. But he tried to make it up to me. He did. He tried to make it up for me on our anniversary. He got me the usual dozen red roses, but he got me some extra special chocolates laced with medical marijuana.
Nice.
Now you guys want to be my friend, right? I think it was to quiet me down on long rides. So I got him something extra special for his car. I got him a brand new custom 3D souped up GPS with my voice on it. Well, that's my time, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys must be exhausted. My name is Pat Caesar. Give it up for Maria for making all this delicious food tonight.